All right, I believe we are live. In one part of the world, we are officially live. Yes, we are. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back with another stream. That is right, everybody. We are back. It's just currently me and Tyrone. Only two
Trying to
people.
kill whatever. Yeah, you can call me that. I don't
I don't
care.
know. It's just yeah, we're good. Yeah,
Yeah, we're good.
yeah, we're good. All right. Nothing's murdered yet. All right. So I hope everyone's having a phenomenal day, night, midnight, evening, wherever you are in the world. I'm certainly having a good day myself. Today we'll be discussing some of the Trump indictment stuff. We'll be talking about what's happening in Georgia and all of that. Let's see what Chad is saying. I'm ready to rap. True. We are so back. Also, Tucker Carlson. I believe he had an interview with Ice Cube yesterday.
Yep. Yep. He dropped his interview with Ice Cube yesterday. I did not watch it.
Uh, I don't even want to know what that says because I would not expect Ice Cube to get interviewed by Tucker. I mean, just I don't freaking know what to think anymore. But it is Tucker Carlson we're talking about. So yeah,
Tucker's having fun. That's what's important.
I
We'd
know
rather see our media king be happy after dealing with Fox.
that is true. Now, before we continue with today's stream, I hope you enjoy these type of streams. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. I'm not going to harp about this, just click the join button down below to help support the content that you all know and love. So I hope and recommend you join the channel today. Also, if you got any super chats, any questions, send them in the chat, and I will try to get through all of them. But for sure, super chats are the best way to get your comments, concerns, questions, all that good stuff answered. So, yeah, I appreciate all the support. Enough of that crap. All right, let's get into it. We may have other people join. For sure, we're not going to have Yeats. James is out. I think his internet died. Trump
Yeah,
2024 Enjoyer may join, so
James's internet died, and Yeet's going somewhere tomorrow. So we might have aliens join later.
yeah.
Whatever you want to call him, we might have him join. But for now, it's just him and I.
Yeah, so we're just here. We're going to do probably a quick stream to discuss some of the indictment stuff because I believe that we have some news out of Georgia that they're about to indict him, I believe, again.
Yeah, they're already like I like we talked about this shortly before. We talked about this shortly before we went live. They're doing an indictment of Trump in Georgia, and they're already setting up barricades around the Fulton County courthouse. It's looking to be pretty wild.
I got to see this because I mean, we know about the first, like, 15 freaking indictments at this point, but the Georgia one I know, like, least about. I believe it's related to the
Um,
election stuff.
I think it's related to the election stuff. I haven't been following. I know that there are DC and Georgia indictments. And I know that with the Florida indictment, there's a new name being thrown around, Carlos de Oliveira. Yeah, I know Trump's facing basically a storm of various different indictments, especially in states that were pretty recently blue or areas that are already Democrat strongholds, like Georgia. Georgia went blue in the midterm.
And then
So
you
what
got
they
DC freaking with 15 of them.
You have Florida, which is more or less a stronghold, but I don't know why they're. Well, I mean, we do know why they're because Mar-a-Lago's there, but
Yeah,
yeah,
Mar-a-Lago. They got the freaking raid and stuff, which apparently somebody else got arrested for that today. Jack Smith, like, threw somebody out in jail. I don't freaking know, but the entire situation just. Let's be real here. If Trump wasn't running for president, they wouldn't be doing any of this. I mean, there's no doubt about it. That's why they're going full blown, trying to take Trump out. I mean,
yeah, no, with the Mar-a-Lago stuff. Like I said, the new name, two new aides, Waltine Nada and Carlos de Oliveira. Here I'll put the article link for you. It's WAPO.
oof. Let's see.
Um, yeah, Nauta has been already She's already been arrested in connection, but the Olivier is a new name.
Yeah, I've heard about like the first one was like told to move the
March, I think. Yeah.
yeah. We got a super chat. Marilyn Dagido for 83 for 2. Will this indictment backfire? I mean, I don't know.
Possibly.
The issue with these indictments I can see is if they get Trump off the ticket, that could I don't know. I This is a situation where we're in uncharted territories. We have never had this before for a major candidate. We had, of course, the socialist from 100 years ago. He got arrested, but it's like we've
Yeah,
never had it.
Eugene
Yeah,
Debs.
we never had this in modern times. So, but if they're trying to indict him 5 different times over, I'm starting to wonder that they're trying to get him off the ticket. That's the only reason I could think they would do this.
Um, I mean, yeah, that seems pretty fair. I think the general issue is that um, I think it's impossible to tell because these types of polls, like even before Trump, these types of popularity polls with this or that, they've been relatively obscured. Um, and they've always been intentionally misleading somewhat too. I think that it would be genuinely really hard to tell whether or not that would actually hurt him or help him. I think it would help him at this point because so many people, especially younger people, are getting sick of the establishment and people like Joe Biden and Mitch McConnell and you guys know the names. I don't need to say them over
Yeah.
and over again. Um, I do think if I were to have like based on gut instinct, I think right now it would help him. But we've definitely seen before, like the Gen 6 stuff definitely like after that happened, people were very mad at him for that. Even normie cons were buying into the democracy stuff. Which is a massive issue. The general issue is that the American public is like they have a short attention span
Yeah.
and they move on to the next thing. They move on to the current thing after the current thing is last week's thing. So it's just hard to tell if those things aren't going to be as effective as people think they will in the long term is what my opinion is.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I could see the argument for both ways because if there's a lot of people, I don't think they would vote for somebody that's like a convicted felon. But at the same time, this is Trump we're talking about. This isn't freaking Ted Cruz or somebody like that. This is freaking Trump. So I just do wonder that with it being flat out the most chaotic person we ever seen run for any office in U.S. history, I don't really know. I again, I could see the argument for it hurting. I could see the argument for it helping because it does just vindicate Trump.
I think I think either way, people should stop thinking and people. Um, one of my favorite Plato quotes can be more or less summarized as dumb people talk about people, smart people talk about events, very smart people talk about ideas. I think like in order to truly foster people thinking here about like what will happen with Trump, we need to stop discussing Trump as the character and we need to talk about the ideas and the events surrounding it. Like for example, when we're talking about events surrounding Trump, people need to look critically. It's like, okay, instead of how is this going to affect Trump, how we move on to how's this going to affect how's this going to affect the Republican Party? Because Trump's more or less the leader. We need to discuss the ideas behind this. We need to discuss like how is this going to affect the Republican Party? How is this going? Because Trump's the leader. Um, DeSantis blew whatever momentum he had. Trump is now the de facto like he always was the de facto leader, but now no one can seriously get close to him. So like instead of saying how is this going to affect Trump or will it vindicate Trump or not, let's discuss things like how will this affect the Republican Party? How will this affect 2024 with the campaign? How is this going to affect other candidates? Because you have people who are extremely concerning. Like I have still not forgiven Tim Scott for working with Kamala Harris and what's his name, Cory Booker, the dude
Yeah,
from New Jersey.
Booker.
Yeah, Cory Booker. Like everyone remembers Scott working with Booker and Harris for criminal justice and the Platinum Plan, right?
Yeah, I
Like
mean
like
everybody
asking
knows
release.
that at this point. It's the meme around Scott, but
Yeah.
yeah, I do think that's actually a good way to put it. Like the idea of Trump, like
It's not just the idea of Trump; it's the idea of America
yeah,
first. How will America first? How will MAGA handle it when their leader is
thrown in jail.
thrown in jail, or he's found not guilty and let free? Like, how will America first respond to this? Like, don't respond to Trump, respond to the ideas. And that's not me saying that because I dislike Trump, because I still do like Trump. Like, I've been on record saying I would vote for DeSantis, but like, I'd still very happily vote for Trump in a general election. I have my issues with him, but I still like the guy because he gave me $1.50 gas, and I live in the heart of Texas. God, I wish I had cheap gas again. Could
Yeah,
drive from
don't we
Austin to
all?
LA in under $100.
Don't we are? It just because I like you start looking at like the courtroom calendar of Trump. I mean, you look at this. You have freaking October 2nd, 2023, Trump Organization civil fraud suit. January 15th, 2024, Gene Carroll defamation suit. That's still going on. Pyramid scheme.
Pyramid scheme.
New York State
New
criminal
York
hush
State
money.
criminal history. Yeah, no, he's the most persecuted
I
man
mean,
in the West.
think about this. One of these happened in the Iowa caucus. One happens before. One happens before Super Tuesday, and the two happen for the RNC. And this is what
Yeah,
we know
no,
of.
yeah, like they're intentionally doing this. Remember, Democrats know how to play the game. They
Oh
know how
yeah,
to be very wordy. They know Democrats understand better than Republicans that the average voter, both liberal or conservative, like the average voter, period, or voters who are dumber than that, especially like rural conservative voters, I'm unfortunately not afraid to say, um, they pay attention to people. Sometimes they pay attention to events, but like they see headlines and they move on with their day. Um, like, so Democrats, they do this stuff intentionally around dates of interest, because you think the average like low information Bob Joe of Indiana,
he's gonna care
um
like
he's gonna,
5 months before.
yeah, no, he's gonna look at the news like 2 days before the primary and say, oh, Trump just got indicted for whatever and ever, he's a criminal now, I guess, and then he's gonna go vote against Trump in the primary.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the Republicans were like right now they're completely blowing their entire load when it comes to Hunter Biden stuff, like all at once. They're not drawing this out like they should. I mean, you have bombshell after bombshell, and you're just dropping it now, and then you're done. It's just like the Democrats are planning like years in ahead. Republicans are thinking now, and I do like how you put it that the average Joe isn't going to care about what happened 7 months prior. They're going to care what happens a day before.
Yeah,
So,
like people need to start thinking about it in terms of the idea. Like, the idea takes fruit in people's minds when they think about these things. Not the person. I mean, they definitely are thinking about Trump, but they're not thinking about Donald J. Trump, the individual. They're thinking about the idea that Trump could be a criminal because, indictment, especially if stuff like DC happens, like right before the Iowa caucus or before Super Tuesday.
yeah, I mean, it's going to be it's going to be chaotic. I don't know how this is going to go because, like I said, if they wanted to help Trump but hurt him in the freaking general, first of all, that makes no sense. I mean, how do you expect
I think these things are going to serve to strengthen Trump in the primary, frankly.
Oh yeah, they will, but it just these people that think like the DeSantis people, they think it's 6D chess to get Trump the nomination because this is going to secretly help him. That the last second take him off the throw everything at the kitchen sink at the end just to stop DeSantis. It's like no, they're just scared of freaking Trump. That's what this is about. This is about
There's there's
DeSantis.
there's no 6D chess. A lot of these people like to partake in is like hold on, let me is this word banned on stream? Check your DMs. It's not a slur.
What?
Would you
No,
say that's a banned word? Okay. Yeah, no,
no.
like a lot of these electabro types, people who just like, on both in terms of DeSantis and Trump, a lot of people like to partake in this sort of like intellectual masturbation because they have data and they make maps and shit like that. And then they think in like terms of these 6D, like you guys have never heard of Occam's razor. The most simple thing is the most likely thing.
Yeah, the most simple
Um,
thing is this just hurts Trump. They're trying to get him off the ticket. That's what this is about. This isn't about
yeah,
stopping DeSantis. That's the dumbest thing I've heard. And now today, there's an article from, again, I know it's Rolling Stones, but apparently Biden's people, they want to go against DeSantis now because they see him as a weaker candidate. So it's like, what are these people freaking talking about?
I don't understand the mental gymnastics one has to go to in order to say that DeSantis is a stronger. The argument for DeSantis has always been that he was a stronger candidate. And yes, it did seem like at first that DeSantis was a much stronger candidate. However, polls and data is now coming out, especially from reliable guys like National Polling, showing that Trump is the more electable
Yeah,
candidate than DeSantis, and that DeSantis's constant gaps and his horribly mismanaged campaign, like half the stuff that people were saying for DeSantis, like he's better at hiring people, that may have been true before, but
it's
it's
not
really
anymore.
apparent. Yeah, no, it's really apparent now, especially like I'm like the DeSantis camp has lost any and all ability to say that they'd be better at hires than Trump after DeSantis said he would hire Robert F. Kennedy Jr., a well-known pro-choice activist, to be anywhere near the CDC or anywhere in health. Like no, like even Pence ripped on him for that. Come on.
Yeah, I could see the argument for like some kind of like committee on like a commission on like a certain shot, but like make him the head of the CDC, it's like I don't
It's
know
like,
about
what are
that.
you doing? That's
He
stupid. Don't do
he
that.
what he's trying to do, he's trying to get to like the conservative base on his side, but it's backfiring horribly.
I think one of the best tweets I saw about this recently. Let me find it. Yeah, keep talking. I'm just trying to
Yeah,
find it.
so but yeah, everybody, it just think it like this. Why if the Democrats wanted to take out DeSantis, why didn't they bring up the all of his scandals ahead of time? There's a lot of scandals on DeSantis that they're not taking out right now. Let's be 100% real. Because you it's just common sense. The media has not gone after DeSantis that bad. If they were scared of DeSantis, they would have gone full blown, full throttle against him.
Yeah.
Instead, they're just trying to take out Trump.
It's either they're going full throttle against him because they're scared of him or because they know he makes them money.
It's
Um,
it's probably a combination of both. If we're, it's
I
probably
know the liberal. I used to think the liberal media loves covering Trump because oh, they're trying to get him promoted because he's the weaker candidate. That may be true to some degree,
I
but
think
at
there's
the
more
same
money.
time, I think it's primarily the fact that he's just way more marketable because Donald Trump saved traditional media's butts when he became the nominee for
Yeah,
Republicans in 2016 because everyone was starting to shift online with Twitter and YouTube and whatnot.
yeah. Now that and now media's still dying. It just had a slower pace. Now you got Tucker out. He's going on Twitter and stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's just like the media. I don't think it's yes, like you said. There's like some kind of like they want to help Trump or something, but also it's like they just want freaking money. He's the only guy that makes them any kind of money. I mean, look at the ratings and the of CNN before and after Trump. I mean, it's brutal.
Yeah, I think okay. I know that someone is going to call me a ghoul for this, but I actually really like Richard Hanania in his posts. I think
Mm,
Hanania he's definitely ghoulish on a lot of things like abortion and eugenics, but he makes a lot of good posts elsewise. And I think his best post as of late is here. Let me put it in the chat so you can put it on screen.
okay, let me see this.
Right wing tried to beam RFK into a thing to hurt Biden. Dems were too smart, and instead
Wait for
conservatives
this.
fell for their own psyop. Now Pence is asking why DeSantis is considering giving a pro-choice guy a health policy position. Hilarious. They deserve Trump, and will get him.
Yeah, I mean, like this
It
guy's like
takes a special kind of genius for DeSantis to both sign a 6 weeks ban and also talk about placing a pro-choicer at the head of the FDA.
yeah, I mean, it's like okay. Again, if you want to put him on a commission for something, that's one thing. But putting the head as a CDC, I mean, it's just I don't get it. Like,
Biden and Robert Kennedy Jr. are not that different. The only difference between RFK Jr. and Biden is that RFK has been an anti big pharma talking head for a long time now, and he's also sinking to one of the biggest, oldest conspiracy theories in American politics that the deep state killed my
Nope.
uncle
Oh,
and my father.
and we got somebody that just joined. It is Trump 2024 enjoyer. Hello
Hey,
there.
what's up, aliens?
Hi.
So yeah, we're talking about the how Trump, like, DeSantis made a statement on RFK, and then we're talking about the indictment stuff. Do you got any comment on it? The indictment stuff.
I think it's self-explanatory.
That's very helpful, very insightful, but
Thank you.
It's
Yeah.
going to stand to benefit Trump.
we just gotta see.
Yeah, I don't think it'll make or break his campaign. I don't think a scandal has hurt Trump since 2016.
Yeah, I actually, well, you did have like the COVID stuff where they had,
No, the COVID stuff was bad. There's also the stuff with the biggest thing that stands out to me when I think of liberal victories in the media. Everyone forgets this one: the immigrant children in cages.
Nobody cared about that, honestly.
I really
I
don't
don't
think-
think it swayed anybody's
I don't
votes.
think that carried. I think that's like when the second that people brought up that Obama had the cages, that's when it died. Like nobody cared after that.
It was still enough to fuel a lot of anger in the midterms against Trump.
I have my doubts, but yeah, let's see what chat has to say. Real American, what's your opinion on slavery? Obviously, it's awful.
We're not discussing this. I'm sorry.
I
Yeah,
know.
slavery is horrible, but we're not going to discuss this on the channel
Yeah,
because these things are intentionally designed to get us demonetized.
well, I think we
Go
already are,
troll,
but
go troll Red Eagle.
true.
He deserves it.
Somebody in chat said that post-January 6th, his approvals went down. I actually disagree.
It did
I
go
think
down.
that I know that it's just like through the polls it did, but I honestly chalk that up more to just the shy Trump voter effect being exacerbated by just like the political climate at the time.
Yeah.
Because when somebody's going to ask, "Oh, do you support Trump?" they're going to have recent events in mind, such as January 6th, and they don't want to be put on a government watch list by saying they support him.
That
I
is
mean,
a
at the
fair
time,
point. That is a good point.
at the time, he was being removed from like all social media. He was being like attacked on all sides, even more so than like probably ever in his career. So, I mean, I considered it inorganic, and you see it because his approval immediately went back up after like a month.
Yeah, I just think that was like a recency bias thing. It's like the
like I said, most people don't have an attention span, especially with polls, to last more than a month.
True. I mean, with polling, it's like, do people forget when like they had was it Harris or Harvard Harris? They had Trump up by 15 or something crazy like that nationally.
Yeah.
It's like people forget about that so quick. Now, I disagree that it's good. Like Trump is up 15 nationally, but it's like, you know, it does prove a point that I don't think people really pay that much attention. And like, yeah. So before you joined, we had a discussion about the how people have short attention spans. Like we're talking about how the meat of like the Democrats, they're purposely spreading out the court cases to impact Trump. That's what's really going on here. They're purposely trying to drag this out.
Yeah, they know they can't. They know that they can't beat him through normal means because Trump did fucking nothing wrong, and he's one of the most persecuted men. Like whether or not he's competent or whatever is an entirely different argument. Again, I still have my own grievances with Trump, but it's a fucking fact to go out there and state, yeah, Trump's getting a shit end of the stick, and like everything with the like what 3 different cases with that fucking Alvin Bragg, something
Yeah,
like that,
it's like
right?
3 with Bragg and like 5 with Jack Smith. I've lost count. I don't freaking know.
Yeah, no, and like he's won every single one of them. They're not going to actually get him on anything substantial, so they're just trying to. They're not doing anything substantial against him that they can use long term, so they're spreading out all the court cases over convenient timings.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
So that the average American, when they go to fucking vote, they say that, oh, Trump was just indicted. Okay, I guess Trump's a criminal. And then a month later, they're like, oh shit, I didn't vote for Trump because I believe the media's lies. Silly me, tee hee. And then they're just going to go vote for Trump in the general.
Yeah, I do wonder if that's like how much that's gonna happen. We got a super chat. Marilyn Dagiero Dag OT for 2. Is there any hope? Yeah, there's hope. We just got.
There's always hope. There's
Sorry,
always hope.
I stopped paying attention after you mentioned short attention spans.
Do I have dementia?
No,
'Cause I
but in
don't
all
remember
seriousness,
asking.
no, but in all seriousness, no, I agree. I don't think that I really don't think that people are going to care about these scandals. I just don't. I don't see why it would even when he was impeached and that was flooding the news cycle. And every person's basic understanding of impeachment is, oh, it happens to criminals or Bill Clinton. And,
criminals.
you'd think it would, yeah. So you see, you'd think that would tank his poll numbers, but it did virtually nothing.
Yeah, I just, we do got to see what happens. I mean, there's the Georgia case, maybe the most, how do I say this?
I think people are getting gaslit into believing that.
No,
it doesn't matter.
No, it's their strongest case just for the fact that every other case sucks. I mean, that's the reality of it. This case still sucks, but at least you can make an argument that there's a law in the book in Georgia that says what he did was theoretically illegal. Now, the other case is statute of limitations and all that crap. So that's why I think that's the only shot in the dark. Or dark, I should say. Not dart.
I don't think it has anything to do with Trump giving Brad Raffensperger a call telling him to find votes. I think it just has to do with the fact that they want to silence any dissent and
that's what they're trying to do.
An opposing opinion on the 2020 election. So they're trying to gaslight people again into thinking that oh, it's criminal. Oh, it never happened. There's no evidence. They've tried that for years, and they've shoved all the evidence under the rug that the 2020 election was stolen.
Jay! Chill out about that.
With the Maricopa County audit, people forgot about that and brushed under the rug.
Hey.
57,000 votes.
Okay. All right, we're muting for a second. Okay.
I thought that was allowed to be discussed on YouTube now.
I'm still trying to be careful about it. I'm still trying to be. Oh my gosh! But you can debate all you want about it, but it's just, none of the cases have any real merit other than take out Trump.
Am I unmuted?
Yeah, you're unmuted.
Okay. Anyway, I was saying. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, wait.
But yeah, I think I made my case pretty clear. I just think that it's flimsy. It's not going to go anywhere, and if it does, then it's not going to help them in any way. Trump can run from prison.
Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, Eugene Debs did it.
True. I mean, well, did he go up in percent? He went from 2% to 5% in the election he ran.
Wow, a whole 3% when he was.
Well, he technically doubled his support. Big brain.
Ryan M says real American censorship. Wow, rap.
True. They could take Trump off the ballot. They're gonna try to. They're gonna try to say which amendment is it? It's the freaking 14th when it comes the Confederate, the treason stuff. I don't freaking know. There's one of the amendments where, if you're a traitor to the U.S., you could get kicked off the ballot and stuff. So.
Probably something like that, TBH.
Let's see here. Yeah.
How do you guys like my profile picture, by the way?
Jesus.
What do you think of the poo-poo friend? We can call it a friend. It's not the G word. I don't know if that's allowed on YouTube.
It's still not as bad as Ice Spice.
Oh, God.
It's not as bad as the other one I posted the other day, which we shall not speak of.
Yeah, we're not talking. That was awful.
Yeah, that was awful. I had to bleach my eyes after I saw that. Not gonna lie about it.
Yeah.
Let's see what Chad has to say. Let's see. If Trump goes to jail, Biden will win New York. The only answer is
they're gonna kill Trump if he goes to jail.
Oh yeah, they're gonna Epstein him. What? The 14th Amendment means whatever you want it to mean. Yeah, didn't they try to get Marjorie Taylor Greene off the ticket for the 14th Amendment?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Aliens. We're not getting the alien conversation. No. Absolutely not.
I want to talk about aliens. I have a fond respect for them.
You're
not talking about yourself.
It's fake news.
Here's what I will say about the alien stuff. I think there was how much you want to bet these were unironically Russian or Chinese aircraft? that crashed in America. That's probably what happened. They're advanced aircraft that crashed. It's not. Let's be real about this. If this was actually real and legitimate, this would have leaked decades ago. Not just now.
It's all a
It
distraction.
did leak decades ago, to be fair. People have known about the Roswell crash for a while.
Yeah, but it's like that was.
There are whistleblowers and other people who claim to work on it, such as, I believe, Bob Lazar, who was talking about a lot
Bob
of
Lazar is not credible whatsoever.
Yeah.
Sure, but he was one in a long line of people who've claimed to know about that. And by the way, I'm not saying I believe any of that stuff.
I really
I
don't.
think if they are real, they're probably demonic in nature. But
So true.
I'm just saying.
True.
It's just one of those
No, I'm
things.
serious.
Yeah, well, let's just be real here. If the aliens did come here already, they would have wiped us off the planet. They
Aliens is here. He's in the voice chat with us.
True.
I know,
See?
but I'm just saying, like, if they traveled, let's say 1,000 light years away or whatever, I don't think they're coming here peacefully. You know what I'm saying?
Well, maybe do you ever go a little ways off if you want to watch a zoo?
Well, okay, fair enough. But the point is, it's just
Yeah, but if you're going to if you're primitive and you're going to a collection of animals, you're probably killing them and eating them, dog. I'm not saying aliens are going to come to eat us, but they're definitely coming to kill us. One of my favorite copy pastas was the one of a dude who successfully sent a message into outer space, and decades afterward he got a response from an alien life form that said, "Don't make a noise, they're watching." And the whole point of that was to show that the international community they're out to kill people who could be potential threat. They're not the international, like the intergalactic community is out to kill people who are threats to them or whatever.
I think they're demons, dude. I think they're out to give people the mark of the beast.
oof. Let's see here.
I'm serious.
Satan is a grayskin.
True. Would an alien be that much worse overlord than Joe? No, they would just wipe everybody out. But
It's
I'd
like
rather
in
take it than
it's
intro.
like in Political Machine 2020 where you can play as a giant meteor.
true, and like you
Oh,
somehow
man.
win. Trump wins New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada. If he talks about aliens, no, I doubt it.
I mean, I think he wins Arizona.
We just gotta see. Have
Have you seen those video distortion things where they'd show people's eyes like turning into like weird reptilian lizard eyes?
Okay, we're not going down this rabbit hole.
And how, like, you know, Barack Obama, if you reverse when he says the words "Yes, we can," it sounds like "Hail Satan."
You know, I this is why I hate talking about freaking aliens. Sped Sports Network for 2. When will the aliens actually come here? I guarantee you they don't freaking. I don't freaking know.
They're already here.
I don't know nothing.
It's me. I'm a scroll.
Not the scrolls. God damn it. I hate that.
No, the real life scrolls are the reptilians. They take the
gonna
shape of major politicians.
I'm gonna throw something to you. But let's see. What is your opinion on Pat Toomey? Cringe. Are you?
You know, I have a whole video about all the different alien species from some Russian document.
I'm gonna just.
There's like 70 of them.
Let's see. Are you even in the sci-fi rap? I am, but not that bullshit. I'm talking about real sci-fi, not freaking. Oh, in approximately 15 hours, the Martians are gonna land on Cuba.
Sex will be removed in 72 hours.
Believe it or not, one of the alien species actually comes from the Sextans constellation, I believe,
Okay,
or the star system.
We're not. Okay,
It's either
we're
a constellation or star
we're done with the
system.
freaking aliens because I freaking hate the alien talk. It's stupid and never goes anywhere.
They
What
landed
about
in
illegal
Varginha,
aliens?
Brazil.
What about
Which sounds a lot like
illegal
another
aliens
word.
like Mexicans?
Well, that's a little bit different. I'm talking about freaking the Martians and stuff. Let's see here. Have you seen 2001: A Space Odyssey? Yes, I have. It's really arguably one of the best movies ever. Easy.
Well, we all know what the best movie is.
What?
The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly with Clint Eastwood.
Of course, you're gonna say that.
What? What do you mean, of course you're
I
going
don't
to say
know.
that means?
You're from Texas. I don't freaking know. All right.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know cowboy movies. I watched The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and it was just long. They just kept looking at each other all the time. That was like kind of creepy. I'm not gonna lie.
That's your takeaway from it?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It was just a Western, man.
Let's see here.
I don't know. I just I'm happy just watching, you know, like the Rugrats movie, and I'll have a happy day.
All right, let's see. You have to be a really moderate Republican to win Connecticut. Yeah, I mean, Stefanowski couldn't win there. I don't know. This stream is awesome. Yeah, well, we're down the frickin' rabbit hole. Might as well go down the frickin' rabbit hole even further.
All right, so let's talk about how aliens.
Oh, just wait till I get to Bigfoot.
No, we're not getting to Bigfoot. That's the one thing I will never allow on this stream.
Interdimensional beings.
Bigfoot is female. Bigfoot made me do it.
Okay, we're definitely demonetized at this point. Oh my gosh.
Female Bigfoot made me do it. That's an amazing video. Look up female Bigfoot made me do it if you want a funny video, guys.
I like how we're supposed to be talking about Trump indictments, and instead we're talking about aliens and Bigfoot.
Let's see. No, we're not talking about that. I'm looking at chat right now. No.
How about skinwalkers? People are talking.
Damn it, we're not.
Skinwalker Ranch is in New Mexico. I showed my nephew some videos of skinwalkers the other day because he was interested.
Zeppelin LZ99 for 5. Did you see what the New York GOP posted on Twitter about DeSantis? I'll look it up.
What'd they say?
Let's see. New York GOP. This better be good. What did they say? I don't see anything. Seroton for 5. Lol. Yeah, I mean, we're down the freaking rabbit hole, so why not?
I don't know. I think they like our alien talk.
So let's talk about how Trump's going to win Illinois in 2024.
Real.
Let's talk about how aliens are going to invade in Illinois in 2024. It's literally gonna be like the Battle of Chicago and Transformers 3, dude. They're gonna be like blowing up the city.
That would be actually pretty cool to see.
Bad news for Gabe Guidarini.
Does he live in Ohio now?
I think so. Yeah, he's like the president of the
Dayton College.
Dayton College.
Yeah, it'll be the night of the Groiper. Considering I probably should have mentioned it much more.
That's a no word.
He's another person who lives around there.
Let's see here. Retweeted an ad. All right, well, let me see. I'm going to find this ad eventually, I think. Whatever. Which government officials the most... No, we're not answering that one.
What is it?
I'm not even finishing that. I mean, I hate... again, I've never been a fan of it. Whatever.
What would happen if skinwalkers ate every Connecticut Democrat?
Aliens that let's see. Skinwalker. Jeez. Chris can't be abducted. He won't fit in a UFO.
Riley Grimes says aliens are animatics that get quirky at night. Believe it or not, there is a theory that they are actually robotic androids instead of actual biological beings.
Please stop with this.
But they have wiring. Yeah, dude, this is actually real stuff.
We're going down. Oh, jeez.
Who would win in a
boxing match? LTE
boxing
or rap?
I don't think I think no matter who wins, everyone else loses.
Why?
People are talking about aliens invading big cities. Believe it or not, there was actually an instance called the Battle of Los Angeles where the U.S. military was actually firing upon what was assumed to be nothing, which was the official report. But some theories suggest that it was actually a UFO that they were firing upon.
All right, no. If I hear one more freaking thing about aliens or something stupid like that, all right.
Hitler was an alien.
Freddy Fazbear win Utah by 100. Real.
Just wait till I get to the theories about the dark side of the moon and Hitler.
No, are you fucking serious? No, we're not talking about the freaking moon now. Roy Moore versus Jesus.
People are asking for you to play Campaign Trail.
I should. I will tomorrow.
Oh.
I will tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the Campaign Trail stream. Chill out, everybody. Is Wyoming a real place, or is it a shared?
No. Wyoming is also just called Greater Cheyenne.
Is Freddy Fazbear a Mormon? Well,
Freddy Fazbear. You just said Freddy Fazbear.
Fazbear. Freddy Fazbear. I'm pretty sure that frickin' the after whatever the frick his name was, I thought he was a Mormon. I thought he was born in Utah.
No, he's like no.
I thought it was
Scott Cawthorn is purely Texan.
No,
he lives
no.
in Sugarland.
In the in-game lore, I thought it was like for that creator
Oh.
of animatronics. I thought he was like a Mormon. Explains a lot. Do you think Purdue would have beaten Warnock? Yes.
Anyone could have been Warnock, except like Loeffler.
Yeah, Loeffler. I mean, she was the worst possible candidate. Ben Cynics for 2. How do you feel about a Chris Christie OnlyFans? Fuck no. Well, you know, I was just like bleach my
The Chris
eyes out.
Christie OnlyFans, it wouldn't even be an SFW. It would just be him giving fast food reviews.
What if Meatball had an OnlyFans?
Oh my god.
People are interested in the Italian sausage.
What is this stream turning into, honestly?
I'm not interested in Meatball's Italian sausage.
Alright, let's see what else we got. Could DeSantis beat RFK in a push-up contest? I don't think it really matters. Radical... Go on.
I think DeSantis would lose against RFK just because all the schizophrenic MAGA boomers are low IQ and would sooner vote for the guy declaring the deep state killed JFK than the
we're not
dude
talking.
who's
Hey, hold on.
at the very least a solid Republican governor.
Hey, we're talking about when he beat him in a push-up contest.
Oh, push-up contest. I mean, yeah, I think most MAGA boomers would probably vote for him in a push-up contest.
What what about vote? Oh my gosh. Okay, you know what? Whatever.
Yeah, stop the count, homie.
Jeez, Fazbear endorses Romney. How did we go from that to freaking Freddy Fazbear, freaking Skinwalker Mormons? I don't know what's happening anymore. I don't know anymore. And somebody actually just joined.
Hello, everybody. It is me, Markiplier. Today we are playing Five Nights at Freddy's.
Is that the only reason you joined, just to make that joke?
Maybe.
Hi, bestie.
How are we doing? I'm hearing some very spicy conversation here.
Look, we are down the rabbit hole of freaking.
We're talking about We're talking about Meatball Ron.
Yeah, I leave the stream for like 2 seconds, and everyone just starts talking about aliens and Bigfoot.
We've reached Freddy Fazbear and Mormons. I don't know what else we gotta say.
This is amazing.
Bigfoot made me do it. Okay. Female Bigfoot made me do it.
He got blackmailed by Bigfoot.
Oh my gosh. I miss Trump's administration, don't we all? We would be a much better... And I want to talk about this, the economy. I know this is a bit boring, but before we segue back into the freaking conspiracies, the job market sucks. Go look it up.
Working a job sucks. I'm a socialist.
Oh yeah, aren't they trying to fudge the numbers?
Okay, so what's happening is when you dig deep in the numbers, manufacturing and construction and stuff, it's staying the exact same. All the job growth is from like leisure shit. So it's summer jobs essentially.
I think. Did you guys see that Biden tweet where he's like, "Look at how many jobs been added to these states. It's just the 6 swing states."
Yeah, it's like Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Georgia, and Arizona.
So funny. It's so funny. I'm surprised he didn't throw North Carolina in. I thought they were targeting that.
They're not. They just given up.
They apparently are. I don't know.
They've given up. They're not. At this point in time, it's like they're hoping for Mark Robinson to lose, but it's like it doesn't really matter since Republicans got like control of everything there now. So.
I mean, I don't know. The Libby T people seem very convinced that it's winnable.
Even though Mark Robinson's like getting record numbers for.
He's gonna win by like a safe margin.
I don't think so, but.
I mean, if Trump's winning the popular vote by 5, I think he will, but that's assuming that happens.
If Trump's winning the popular vote by 5, he's flipping Virginia.
He's flipping Minnesota and Virginia, maybe Virginia.
What is Scott Walker doing these days? I think he's the head of.
I love Scott Walker.
YF. I think he's the head of that now.
Scott Skinwalker.
I should have known you were gonna make that joke.
Female Bigfoot made me do it.
What if they put Scott Walker in FNAF?
Oh my god.
What if they put him on Skinwalker Ranch?
Okay, we're done with the Skinwalker stuff.
We're
Attorney.
putting Red Eagle politics in FNAF.
Let's see here. Attorney General Dan Bishop. Yeah, I guess Dan Bishop's running for Attorney General now.
I love Dan Bishop too.
Here's how I see it. It's a W for North Carolina, an L for the Congress. I mean, you're losing one of your best congressmen.
I'd rather
are
have
asking-
Bishop as an. I'm someone who's of the opinion we need more competent attorney generals.
Yeah,
If
Yeah,
we have
the
if we have
attorney
the,
general position is incredibly important.
I know. If he wins that Attorney General election, I mean, North Carolina is
If
going to
North-
Florida too.
if North Carolina has their very own Ken Paxton like figure, I'm all for it.
Yeah, can you imagine Mark Robinson and frickin' Dan Bishop running that state?
Oh yeah, no, North Carolina like.
And you got a super majority in both chambers and the state Supreme Court? Holy crap. That's like a perfect storm. Hope it happens.
Except this time, Mark Robinson is actually sufficiently based and not just a politically keen normie con like DeSantis.
Yeah, and the thing about Robinson is he knows how to frickin' talk to people. When he's in a church, he talks like a frickin' pastor. When he's in the frickin', doing a event in suburban Charlotte or whatever, he talks like a normal dude. It depends who he's talking to. And that's a big thing about him. He knows how to speak.
I
My
like this guy.
calves are fucking burning. I did a really intense workout yesterday, and it's sore to sit down.
Whatever happened to the refrigerator Ron? He has become refried beans Rob. Refried beans Rob.
Deep fried. How about deep fried DeSantis?
I gotta make it like a shirt just with like refried beans Rob. It's just a face of Rob and like beans. Let's see. Let's see. What's your opinion regarding the Rio Grande Valley? Tyrone, answer that.
Rio Grande Valley. What about it in
The
specific?
congressional districts.
I think they're gonna flip in 2024.
Really?
Except for that one. I think some of them could flip. Yeah,
There's
I
three
think
of them.
Trump.
One's already Republican.
I think the other two have strong. Look, I think Trump's gonna outright win Hispanics in 2024.
In Texas?
No, in general, but I think he's gonna
Whoa,
win
whoa,
them
whoa,
by a
whoa.
pretty good.
Whoa.
I think he's gonna. Yeah. No, I'm
That's a
making
hot
that.
take.
Fucking, yeah.
My
fucking-
opinion on South Texas, I don't think Cuellar is really beatable at all, but I think Flores could win hers if Trump does well enough.
Screw
ballot.
Flores. I don't want Flores to run again.
Well, she already is. But you think he's gonna win Hispanics outright? Just like entire.
Definitely in Texas, but in states with large Hispanic minorities like Virginia and New York, if you get like remember Jason Mayer as the current attorney general, he's Salvadoran American,
True.
and he's a massive Trump guy. Like he had Trump all over his campaign when he was running in
And he did.
2021,
and arguably,
and he won.
He went against the strongest candidate. The incumbent.
He went against the strongest candidate, and he outperform Youngkin.
No, he didn't. He only did like a point worse though.
Yeah. So like a point worse than Youngkin while openly advertising yourself as the Trump candidate. Like I do think that as Republicans start getting more competent in states with large Hispanic minorities, like in California, for example,
Well, they're plurality. I thought now.
Hispanic plurality.
Yeah, I thought California and Texas are pluralities now. For sure.
And my point is states with really large Hispanic population like Texas and California.
I want to address something someone said in the comments real
go
quick.
ahead.
No, Flores' special election win was not a fluke. Her district just got much bluer in redistricting. She actually did better, relatively speaking, in her second election.
Well, I gotta look at precinct data for that, but we can just see.
But yeah, as I was saying, I do think that I'm about to mute myself in a couple minutes. By the way, I got to take the trash out, but I'll get this out before I have to get on my phone. I do think that I do think the potential for Trump to win Hispanics in 2024 outright is there. I definitely think he's winning Hispanics outright in Texas. I think he's going to flip some states in the Rio Grande Valley, and I think we'll probably see one of the congressional. We'll see one of the two Democratic districts there flip. Whether both flip is up for question.
I don't see
I'd
KR
say it's
losing.
It's not more likely than it is, but I think if it's the right storm, because I live in Central Texas. Central Texas is in South Texas, but I see Trump stuff literally everywhere. I see "Thank you, President Trump," and "Thank you, Governor Abbott," and "Thank you, Ken Paxton" signs everywhere, and it's only going to
Also,
get more intensified.
there
So yeah,
actually is a way for Cuellar's seat to flip, and that's if he gets primary.
That is
because
true.
He's had two contested
And it's getting
primaries
closer.
in a row.
It's
So if
getting closer.
Cisneros runs, she could win,
Because
and that could actually make Republicans be able to flip it.
I'm pretty sure the second time around it got closer, right? Like he was
It was
forced
about
to
the. It was. I think it was basically the same margin.
Hopefully, I mean that's the only way you can beat him. Take out Cuellar.
Yeah, it's in the primary. Run Cisneros.
I think that Cisneros could actually flip it this time around because most of the pro-Trump Texas is an open primary state. I think if the Trump campaign starts targeting Hispanics again specifically, there would probably be enough Hispanic Hispanic Democrats, they'll probably vote in the Republican primary for Trump. I think that bleed would be enough to where most of the voter base in that congressional district would end up being white liberal type. So I do think Cisneros could actually flip it much more likely this time.
Yeah.
Just because all the previous Cuellar primary voters they're going to be fucking excited to vote for Trump in a primary because again Texas is open primary.
Yeah, I mean, if Trump could outright win Hispanics, I mean, first of all, there goes that narrative about Texas, pretty much.
Oh yeah, no, I've been saying for the longest time that Texas is going to be even if there is no long-term permanent shift for Hispanics and they remain divided, I've always said Texas is going to be one of the few states where Hispanics actually do definitively shift to the right because jobs and opportunities are so good here that they're just and the Republicans are in charge. It's just so good that they're going to do that regardless. That's one of Texas's biggest strengths. And the reason Texas has such strong economic engine is because of the fact that oil and gas and energy here is dirt cheap. And when you have dirt cheap energy and you have decent incentives for industry, you're just going to see everything move here. Even in an economic recession, factories are still going to operate pretty comfortably because of that cheap oil and gas and the fact Texas has its own electric grid.
Yeah, well, isn't that a big problem though in Texas? The grid is not necessarily.
No, not anymore. That was a thing that Beto tried to make everyone think was an issue, but then most Texans said, no, it's fine closer to the election.
Let's see, PK for 2. I will miss Santos when he leaves Congress. I will too.
All right, I'm gonna go take garbage
All right.
out. I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm muting myself.
That's fine. But yeah, Santos is gone. Can we all agree on that?
Yeah, he's probably not even gonna make it to the primary. Actually, he could. He is kind of starting to make the base like him at the least.
I swear,
But
if he wins the
Santos really is a solid representative, though. It's unfortunate.
Yeah,
it would be a miracle if he somehow held on.
If he won, there goes that narrative about electability.
Why? That's funny. I mean, if he was a Democrat, then literally no one would care.
Yeah, I mean, it's freaking Santos. He makes no sense. Trump should just play the No. Crime is the issue Republicans should be focusing on. Crime, and more crime. Well, I think it depends.
Crime.
It didn't work so well in Wisconsin. We don't
It worked in Kenosha and nowhere else.
Yeah, I mean, you frickin' Dan Kelly, we're not going to get into that, but just frickin' that worked swell. And remember, and don't let these people fool you. These were the Waukesha consultants that were backing Kelly this entire time. Don't let these people fool you that it was secretly the Trump people. No, they didn't want Trump involved.
Kelly did relatively worse in not Pennsylvania, Wisconsin,
Yeah,
which is Trump area.
I have not found the ad yet. If you retweet on your Twitter account, I'll see it probably.
For some reason, the natives up in Menominee County just loved Kelly some reason.
Because there was 10 people that voted. That's what it was.
The Kelly momentum happened. It just totally happened in Menominee County.
Yeah, I mean, Racine actually, I think, only shifted a point left. It doesn't make any sense.
Racine
Aliens
is so
abducted all the
Racine is
Republicans.
unironically completely gone for Democrats.
What?
Racine County is
Yeah,
just
it's
completely
gone.
gone for Democrats.
And that's why Steele's fine. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
what they do. They had to split Milwaukee in freaking half to take out Steele.
And he's
So,
just a strong campaigner in
Yeah.
general.
what were you saying there, guy?
I was saying that aliens abducted all the Republicans in Wisconsin.
Nah, but what actually did happen is there wasn't a reason to vote. You're talking to a lot of people, they didn't even know about it. So,
Yep.
the abortion stuff, again, that's overstated. It just because people didn't freaking know what was happening. Plus, well, Republicans, they were idiots. They focused on the wrong stuff. So, Kenosha, Racine are trending right. Yes, they are.
People are saying that Daniel Kelly's a skinwalker.
Oh, Jesus. I hate Dane County so much. Yeah, there's an argument made about it. But you can't get killed by 60 in Dane. There's a way to get it down to like 55. Easy. If you can get that down to 55, my God, does that make it so much easier? Did Kenosha become red because of the riots? Yes.
That was a big reason for it.
That's the only reason.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, it already trended R in 2016 as well, so it was already
Trump-
starting.
It was Trump and crime. That's what did it.
Why are there so many radical liberals in Dane and Milwaukee?
Because first I'm gonna read the super chat. Polite rude guy for 5. Inner city San Antonio Hispanic here for Trump. Primary John Cornyn. I think Cornyn's screwed. But we'll wait for the Texas guy to get back. Now here's my opinion of why. Dane County, the problem is the freaking university. That's the problem. Milwaukee, it's a high concentration of minority voters. That's what it is.
Also, if anyone wants to understand why Dane County is how it is, I believe it's the only county that McCarthy lost
Yeah.
when he ran back then.
That's the type, like, and you want to know why those northern counties are blue? Those are like old Dane voters. Old Madison people that lived in Madison their entire lives. They moved up there. So, yeah, because
People are saying to unleash the skinwalkers into Dane County.
Jeez, yeah. I mean, Milwaukee, it's easier to do better in because there is a working class base. Dane, there is like people forget Dane still has a big rural vote considering the fact it's Dane County. It's like I would say 20% rural.
I completely forgot my mom went to a concert tonight, so I can actually talk about politics out loud. What was it? What about Cornyn earlier?
Do you think Cornyn could get primaried out?
Yes, absolutely. I do think Cornyn could get primaried out. Whether or not people will remember to do that is up for question. But
I doubt
Sid,
it.
well, no, I don't, because Sid Miller, like 2 or 3 months ago, you guys know who Sid Miller is, right? Texas Chairman of Agriculture.
Yeah, Sid Miller, is he running?
No, Sid Miller. People thought he was going to run for Senate against Cornyn because he was one of Cornyn's biggest critics. But 2 or 3 months ago, Sid Miller made an announcement saying he's starting a Texas rhino hunting program, and he's going to start actively donating to anti-rhino initiatives and try to remove people.
God, why is he so based? And he won by like 15 or whatever it was.
Sid Miller is too good for Texas, honest to God. He is such an amazing agriculture. He is so good. People think he's going to run for governor. I don't think he's going to run for governor. I think he's going to continue to elevate his position of power to try and remove anyone who basically doesn't work with his agenda or the state party, because he's very much so a big state party guy, and he's very good friends with Chairman Matt Rinaldi.
All right, we got a super chat. Riley the Mini Deutschen for 2. Hispanics aren't shifting 17 points red in Texas. Is that
Open seas.
Is that how much did Trump win Texas?
I did check while you guys were talking. It was about D plus 17 in Texas.
Yeah, that may be pushing it.
I will say he's probably gonna win Hispanics in Arizona, if not just definitely. Kerry Lake won Hispanics in Arizona.
Let's see. Hey,
He did?
Hey,
She did.
Are you thinking of moving to Gary, Indiana? I heard it's great for Republicans and has really good infrastructure and economic opportunities. Yeah, I'm totally gonna live in Gary, Indiana.
Move to Skinwalker Ranch.
Oh man.
Of course, you're freaking.
All right, I double checked, and yes, Dane County is the only county that voted against McCarthy in 1946.
Of course they did.
What if we nuked
Even
the
back
aliens?
then, even back then. So
Let's see here. Polite rude
Yep.
guy for 5. We need to primary all Republicans who voted for Dade Phelan for Speaker of the House in Texas. That's what it sounds like is going to happen. I think that when Tyrone gets back here, he'll explain.
that was just ridiculous. What happened to Paxton?
Yeah, I mean, he freaking... The guy's drunk. You could clearly tell if 100 miles away the guy's on something.
Yeah, that's
And-
atrocious.
And that's the only reason Paxton gets impeached?
Dade Phelan, or as I like to call him, Dade Fellatio, is a crook. He if Trump sincerely wanted to win over people here know how critical I am of Trump. I would forgive Trump of every sin. He could murder a man on live television, and I would forgive him if he got rid of Dade Phelan.
I've heard he's not
Phelan-
good.
No, Dade Phelan, despite us having a supermajority in the House or near supermajority, he continues to give Democrats complete control of certain committees like immigration and education.
Bruh.
Yeah, because he takes millions of dollars a year from Democrat lobbyists. In 2020, he took about $3 million from transgender youth clinics.
What the hell?
Yeah, no, like
I didn't hear this part.
Dade Phelan social liberal, and people only tolerate him because, we need to be moderate and unify everything. The dude works with a lot of like anti-Trump Republicans and House Democrats to just
We're losing
undermine
you.
the state party, Rinaldi and Miller and whatnot. Okay,
Get
hold
back
on.
to aliens
Give me
already.
a moment.
No, we're not
No,
getting back to
we're not.
aliens.
Okay, is this better?
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah. So I was walking towards the edge of my house. My Wi-Fi got up. Basically, Phelan works very, very, very closely with Democrats and moderate Republicans. Like he was super critical. Like he was very anti-Trump before he even ran. So like not before he ran, but like because he was already. But I meant like before he became speaker, he was very critical of Trump. And now that he is speaker, he's like super, we love Trump, don't we, Texas? We love President Trump, don't we, Texans? Even though, fucking he was voting against everything Trump was suggesting. Like he was in support of Greg Abbott vetoing Dan Patrick's transgendered bathroom bill ban bill in 2017. So no, Phelan needs to go. He's a massive rhino. He holds the he holds the Texas House by the balls. He prevents us from doing a lot of super conservative shit. Like everything that's happening in Florida or North Carolina could be happening in Texas.
And they're not.
And they're not because of that one man holding education and immigration and everything else hostage because he goes off as a fake moderate, even though he's a total liberal.
And I thought that freaking the Robin Voss, Wisconsin sucks. Holy crap.
No, I'm serious. Like, I will be more than happy to send you a bunch of articles about him taking money from transgender clinics. PK
for 2. They needed primary Dade. His district is R plus 25?
Yep. Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think the margin even matters. If the speaker's that much of a backstabber, I'd honestly rather have him lose. I'd rather have him lose to a Democrat at this point, assuming he can still hold the majority.
They put up barriers in the courthouse in Atlanta. Yeah, we talked about that. We haven't heard anything yet, or any updates on that. So yeah, I mean, it's just like, what is up with all these like rhinos in the state legislators? They're everywhere. Not as bad
I've been
as
starting
Wisconsin.
to notice that as more and more of them are endorsing Rob.
Well, I don't think that's I don't think that's really a signal that you're a rhino, but
it kind of hints to it, at least.
Heck, the reason Texas has a lot of rhino-like Republican characters in its state Senate and state legislature, more or less the state legislature, not really the state Senate, The reason that is because Texas has a reverse California situation where um the counties are controlled by what is more or less rural gentry and local nobles, and a large chunk of them are also in bed with like oil and gas executives, or they're easily bought out by large tech companies. So what you end up having is you have these local parties and whatnot actively shielding their liberal rural republic, like their rural liberal Republicans, because that's directly benefiting the counties. Like a lot of these rhino type Republicans like Phelan are also really, really huge on keeping property taxes high and undermining the state government with like the state with the state education bill or budget, because all of that money goes directly into benefiting counties. And it's going to end up being a right-wing version of California where the government is more or less run by a bunch of nepotistic bureaucrats and rural gentry, and we allow the cities to rot, but the counties aren't actually growing. So in 10 to 20 years, what you're going to have is you're going to have Dallas and Austin and San Antonio and Houston being like Detroit tier level of horrible, but the counties have stagnated because they've decided short-term injections from robbing the state budget is more important than actually propping up the
Oof.
cities.
A new contender has entered the race for the White House.
Yeah, I saw
Who's
that.
that?
It's some. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
hi, James.
Hey, James.
Harshvardhan Singh.
Yeah, we saw that. Polite rude guy for 5. I'm going to advocate Texas to pass a bill banning all LGBT propaganda in Texas. Good luck getting that passed with that speaker.
All right, y'all. I gotta go for a while. Nice streaming with you. Nice
right,
talking about
see ya.
aliens and skinwalkers and voter fraud. And
Hey! Hey, chill.
Alright,
Chill. See ya.
James, what do you think of Bigfoot?
Oh my god.
Female
I don't have
Bigfoot
any.
made me do it.
I don't have any opinions. I just got my internet working.
What was that, like an hour and a half? Or just
It was.
hour
I mean,
10?
no, it went out like maybe 6 hours ago.
That's insane.
Let's see here.
I didn't know that. I just you're telling me now for the first time.
Oh my gosh. Let's see here.
That's the first time. James, are you aware that your camera is on?
What?
It's not.
It says it's on for me.
It's not on. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't show that.
It's not on. And if it was on, it would either be pointing at my desk or toward the ceiling. So
Let's see here.
it's not like you see anything.
Is the climate crisis the Democrats' new abortion crisis? They seem to be all be bringing it up more often than before. They stopped talking about it, but now are really picking up the pace. Yeah, I do wonder. Are they just like abandoning abortion just for climate change?
The reason climate change is being talked about more is because July is I think the hottest recorded month ever.
Bullshit! What?
That's what I just read it. I was just reading something that July is one of the hottest months.
When you read it between the lines, it's gonna say or the past 10 years or something like that.
Well, it's gonna it's when we started recording the weather.
I mean,
They're gonna try doing some heavy stuff with the climate stuff within the next years.
I mean, the abortion stuff is dead. Nobody's talking about it now. You notice that?
They're gonna try to implement some measures with climate change as an excuse.
Yeah. It just.
If you guys know what I mean.
Why do they keep just switching from each issue? At least Republicans talk about an issue for more than 5 seconds, and then screw off or something like that. But it's
Yeah, guys, shocker! July's the hottest month of the year.
Yeah,
it's over.
It's breaking. Democrats discover that it is hot in the summer. Yeah, but it's how much you want to bet that's inflated by the Canadian fires?
Yeah.
Whatever. It's a joke, but it's I don't know. Fun fact, every candidate that won the popular vote also won the... No, we're not talking about that.
Also won the what?
The thingy.
Oh, the thingy, Bigfoot.
Jeez, whatever. When it's 90 degrees in the summer and 30 in the winter, climate change.
It reminds me of that SpongeBob meme I saw on Twitter of Squidward just screaming, "No, the planet's not on fire. It's July in Arizona."
Polite rude guy for 2. Primary
Very
Mitt
accurate.
Romney. Hopefully we can. We got a good candidate. Or
Staggs is great. He's a solid
he does,
candidate.
and we got Brad Wilson, or whatever his name is. So we have an opportunity to take Romney out, like a serious one. And you read what Romney's been saying, he may not even run. I mean, he's saying.
I honestly feel like he could either win the primary big or lose it big, just because it's Utah.
Yeah, he either was gonna win it by 50 or he's gonna
it's-
lose by 50. There's no in between.
The one reason I think that he could just surprise win a primary is how well Becky Edwards did in the primary against Mike Lee.
Well,
Utah is just Rhino Central.
but to be fair, a lot of those voters are already like Democrats, so.
Yeah, well, a lot of them probably still have their
True.
registration as Republican.
Fun fact, jeez, I'm not getting baited anymore. Trump caused it to be hot, Democrats. Yeah, it just like the funny thing is like CO2 emissions are down.
Well, they
last 30
also
years.
they also blamed him for tornadoes and
I
hurricanes.
remember that. It's like the second day he gets in the
It's
office.
ridiculous.
The tornado through South Dakota.
I
is
can't
Trump's
believe
fault.
Blump did this.
It's the second day he's in office and they're blaming him for tornadoes.
Stupid Bump sent us a hurricane.
Jesus. Climate change is real. Yeah, I don't think anybody here is denying it. Just I debate
Climate change is real. We need to accelerate it so Miami sinks and we can blame it on Rob DeSantis.
No, I just think that when it comes to climate change, you got to discuss it like intellectually.
We have to discuss it electorally. Honestly, quite amazing.
Just like no, because like I disagree with the idea that it's 100% human made, because climate does change even without humans. So, just my
Hold on.
opinion.
Ted Cruz just made a funny tweet.
What?
Look at chat. Put
Oh
this
my
on screen,
gosh,
Rap.
I'm going
Put it
to.
on Put it on
What?
screen.
What? Oh.
I will. Hold on. Freaking. Of course, it's Ted Cruz. Okay, let me just pull this up. Look at this. It's oh my gosh. Let me just share screens. Oh my gosh. I love the meme of Oppenheimer and Barbie. I love it.
Barbenheimer.
I saw Oppenheimer. It's 10 out of 10. One of the best things.
Oh yeah, I'm watching Oppenheimer and Barbie tomorrow.
I'm never watching Barbie. Nope.
I'm a Barbie girl.
Shut
in
up.
a Barbie world. It's fantastic.
Did you guys
My
see that
tits
meme
are
of Bill
fantastic.
Clinton with freaking Barbie?
Yeah.
Oh,
I did not.
Oh, that's freaking hilarious. Polite rude guy for 2. Are you buying the Apple Vision Pro? Hell no.
I'm not. I'm waiting to save up for the Deckard. I have a Meta Quest 2. The Apple Vision is not going to be that good. The Deckard is probably going to do everything it'll do
What's it
and
called?
more. Which one? The Apple one?
No, the one you're talking about, the one you're promoting or whatever.
Oh, the Deckard. I'm the Valve Deckard. You know what the Valve Index is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Deckard is supposed to be announced sometime later in the summer. I'm really big into VR. I have a MetaQuest 2. I play a ton of VR games like
I
VR
honestly don't got a freaking VR headset.
Is that
Yeah.
what the Apple Vision Pro is? I don't know about any of this stuff.
Apple Vision Pro, it can be a full VR headset, but it can also be just augmented reality headset.
Okay.
So like you can see through it and shit, but like I just prefer headsets where like I
don't do VR, so I wouldn't know.
I
Yeah,
love
mean,
VR.
I'm looking like, okay, obviously I've said this before, I want to like, my next big investment's probably going to be into like Starfield when it comes out. Best freaking game coming up, so yeah, because I'm cheap with stuff. Polite rude guy for 2, or
Frankly,
already
the
had that.
best game that's coming out recently is Payday 3. That'll be very solid, I'm sure.
Why does Oppenheimer try to paint Truman as evil for dropping the bomb? It doesn't. Because, okay, what it does is it's Oppenheimer's perspective. And Strauss's perspective, too. So, yeah. It's not necessarily, what exactly happened. It's mostly what happened, but also through the perspective of the two.
Someone's asking for a Hoi 4 stream. You need a Hoi 4 stream.
Absolutely not.
You need to have a Spanish Civil War again, like we had.
No, that was awful.
We had like 4 major powers in Spain trying to save you.
I just remember that.
That was so good.
I messed up the front lines in the Civil War,
And then at the end, they came. Russia just blows up.
I remember that.
Yeah, like you
Beautiful.
Yeah, I remember you got stuck in Catalonia or something.
Yeah, we were
the UK, the Russians are sending in the boys to save Spain.
I remember that. It's like we flipped fronts. Like I went from central Spain to Catalonia.
Oh, remember at the beginning of that, I accidentally started the fascist civil war in the UK and just London.
Oh yeah, I remember.
I somehow won it.
Oh, there's some
good times.
Yeah, no.
Oswald Mosley just did a march on London.
Oh my! It's been a while since I played that. I should play it again, but that was freaking hilarious. I messed up the Spanish Civil War. That was so bad.
Yeah,
Victoria
that was
3 of us had civil wars in that game.
Yeah, Victoria 3 stream.
I will not play Victoria 3. I'm a Victoria 2 purist.
I played Victoria 3 a couple times. It is awful.
Are they abandoning it, or are they gonna fix it like they do all their games? I don't want them to, because all Paradox games without expansions are just garbage without exception.
No, that game is beyond repairable.
I've never played it.
They abandoned them. I know they abandoned Imperator Rome too, but that was actually a really good game.
It was a good game, just had a lot of bugs. That's what happened.
They actually didn't update.
All I know about that game is they love their mana system.
The Paradox model is releasing a game with day one they partially release a game and then they do a full release with DLC, but then no one buys the DLC and says it's not a complete game, and then they abandon it because people are saying it's not a complete game. Well, why don't you fucking release it full release, dumbass? The only reason people keep playing CK3 is because it's CK3.
It's actually good.
Yeah, why can't they just
game? CK3 is good without the DLC. But it's
crap, you should do a CK3 stream. That
could be hell no.
The only thing that I dislike about base CK3 is how I can't create fusion hybrid cultures and divergent cultures. I would be fine playing base CK3 elsewhere.
Yeah, Victoria 3 though is a waste of money. I wish I got my refund, but
very unfortunate. Yeah, I didn't buy it. I waited to see what the reception was.
Let's see here. Polite rude guy for 5. Hopefully Israel can completely kick out old globalists out of the country. Huh?
Very interesting.
Very interesting. Thanks for the super chat. I'm not playing Sea of Thieves. No. What's your funniest SpongeBob episode? The best is Band Geeks, but the funniest is with the frickin' bear in the circle.
Oh yeah, that's a really good one. I can't think of my favorite at the top of my head right now. I'd have to think about it. There's a lot of good ones.
He gets a lot shit kicked out of him. It was freaking hilarious. And then the bear just looks at the circle and walks away.
Beautiful.
My favorite one is the sky had a baby.
Krusty Krab pizza is definitely a top tier one. I'd have to say.
Pizza is love. Pizza for you and me. The Krusty Krab.
It's definitely one of the most iconic ones.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I still think. No, we're not doing Sea of Thieves. No. The gorilla one was Schizo episode.
Another really good one is chocolate with nuts.
The gorilla one. Remember the one, the gorilla?
There's also Frankendoodle, Hope Wanted, and Fun.
Oh, where he comes at the end.
Yeah, just like he. Yeah. The gorilla one's pretty good too.
Krusty Krab training video is also hilarious.
Oh, I love that one. That one's amazing.
It's the most meta possible episode. Why no Sea of Thieves? Because it freaking sucks.
Oh my.
Much rather... Look, I'm just... The next gaming stream outside of Campaign Trail is going to be Starfield. So...
EU4 stream.
No! I mean, I am awful at EU4.
You need to make a custom nation called what did Trump... What was his country?
Macedonia.
Macedonia, yeah.
Macedonia.
Yeah, plays Macedonia.
No,
in EU4.
Pretoria.
Macedonia versus it's Pretoria War.
Pretoria. Polite Rude Guy in 2. Gaming on PC or gaming on console? I have PC. Yeah, I mean, I do have console, but I don't really use it. I should, but yeah, I use mostly PC.
Don't you have like a 3080 now?
What?
You have like a 3080 graphics
I don't
card
freaking
now.
know.
I think you got like a 13700K and a 3080.
You know, I just put all my specs out there. I don't know what it is though. It's actually probably better than that, but yeah. I just gotta see though. I actually don't know what my specs are though. So.
Someone's asking for a Minecraft
No,
stream.
we're not. No, absolutely not.
I mean, we could do a Minecraft stream, but it's just the 4 of us, the 5 of us with aliens.
I mean, I would do like I'm planning on Starfield because I'm actually excited for that game. But
I haven't heard of it.
Starfield is like okay, No Man's Sky.
Kinda.
That but actually good.
Starfield is going to be Fallout 4 in space. They've already confirmed the physics is based on frame rates again, so the higher frame rates you have, the more broken the physics is going to be. Thanks, Todd Howard.
Yes! I love it. Let's see. No! Hell no.
Yes.
Battle bit, whatever. Is that what it is? Battle bits, right?
Oh, jeez.
But it's basic. It's like the dude's basically Battlefield, but with Roblox. Is that what it's called? Battle bits.
PVZ Garden Warfare. Oh my gosh. Polite Rude Guy for 2. Any good PC games that are an adventure?
Yeah. People aren't gonna like my answer because it's like a 22-year-old game. But Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, make sure to get some mods before it though, especially one that allows you to do fast travel. The game does not have fast travel, and it takes about 130 because it was released in 2001.
Oh, fair enough.
That's insane.
I wasn't thinking about that. Yeah, no. Morrowind's a really good game. I've got about 400 hours. It like a 100% completion save file will take you 400 or so hours. It has an actual story. The core story itself, no side quests, will take about 135, 165 hours. I strongly recommend people checking out Morrowind. Definitely look into God of War is good, but like with Morrowind, make sure you get some performance mods, some graphics mods, and if you really want to, a fast travel mod to make the game more stable because it is a game from 2001.
Yeah, I do want to do some gaming streams here, but it's like I don't know if people want to see me do that because I'm gonna fail miserably at it. But
have you played EU4 before?
I played EU4. I suck at it.
I love EU4.
Okay, you know what? 3 of us should play EU4 together.
Eventually.
And I remember the last time I played EU4, I lost to Albania as
I was there trying to teach Jake. He didn't do very well.
How do you lose to Albania as the Turks?
Wait, what?
I don't know.
You lost to Albania as the Turks?
I was trying to teach him how to play EU4. I was so sad.
How do you lose as the Ottomans? They are literally the most overpowered country in the game at the start.
I don't know. Albania destroyed my army, and then I had to create a new one to destroy that.
Bro, dude, the spirit of Skanderbeg literally possessed your fucking file.
Well, he is at the start of the game.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Just bruh.
Spirit of Skanderbeg invaded his
Skanderbeg was
game and
pissed.
decided to rig all the RNG to pro Albania. This is like some George Bush type bullshit.
Alright, we got another super chat. Polite Rude Guy for 5. My lawsuit challenge game marriage is still pending. Already paid $402. Well, I hope you know what you're doing.
There's also that time I was trying to teach James Victoria 2 and he lost to Mexico as the U.S.
What?
How do you
I
lose
did
to
that.
Mexico
That's
as
like-
the United States?
Okay, well, I almost beat them. I got close to Mexico City, and then they killed my entire army.
Okay,
Were you?
EU4,
Did you?
EU4 I can understand because it's difficult, but Victoria 2?
I find that one. I mean, I think that's as difficult as EU4.
No way. That
I mean,
stuff's
Victoria.
easy.
No, Victoria 2 is the most difficult.
I
Yeah,
think
I
it's
think
easy.
I think EU4 is easier.
I think Victoria 2 is easier. That's just me.
I can't see. The thing is, I suck at Hoi 4. I can't learn Hoi 4 for the life of me. I don't understand Hoi 4.
Hoi 4 is probably the easiest of all the Paradox games.
It is, but it's like if you don't got the DLC, you're just screwed.
Wait, if you don't have the DLC, it's not even a game. It's
You
just
can say
like,
about any Paradox games. EU4 is awful without the expansions. It's so bad.
I mean, well,
I will
CBT is
also
playable.
say
Playable.
I will also say for EU4, I'm not condoning piracy, but it's like really easy to pirate all the DLC. I'm not going to elaborate further, but like EU4 is known for being notoriously easy to pirate its DLC. Wink,
It's like
wink.
how many DLC does it have? Like fucking
Like
300?
Like dozens.
It's a lot.
Core DLC like 13.
Why do they
Flavor and whatnot. I
Like
want to say like
500.
100 or so, something like that.
But it's like, okay, in my opinion, they're like after like 3 years of the
I
DLC
opened up Twitter for the first time today, and the first thing I see trending in United States, he's naked.
But no,
Yeah, it's all that.
I would just think that, okay, after like 3 years of the DLC being out, they would just like discount it to like free or make it part of the game. You would think that? But no.
Or at least reduce the price.
Just make it like $1 or something. But you know what's worse than that? The Sims.
Oh yeah, I've yet to get any Sims games because of that.
Listen, you think Paradox is bad when it comes to DLC? Go look up the Sims DLC. They still, like Sims 4, I believe, it's like $40 a DLC. And there's like 50 of them.
Insanity.
Polite rude guy for 5. We should try to ban cigarettes and alcohol beverages in America. I agree we need to reduce them, but I don't think a ban works.
I agree with the former, not the latter
Like,
though. The latter
I
is.
mean, we tried prohibition and people died from like trying to make their own alcohol. Like,
well, did the
it's-
government
I mean-
like poison people?
it was stuff. Yeah, it was like all this crazy stuff. It was completely. I mean, it was completely unnecessary and only. It didn't fix anything. It just increased organized crime.
But yeah, didn't they like I'm pretty sure they like the government like poisoned like some of the water they used or some like
I'm sure they did. Like they tried to poison some of the alcohol.
Yeah.
Or something. Sounds like something the government would do, especially
So-
1920s.
But yeah, I hate cigarettes. They're just awful.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I agree. Cigarettes suck because they're full of metals and menthol and other shit like that. If you're gonna smoke, get a pipe. Like get an actual pipe, smoke like you're Tolkien or Lewis. That's what I'm gonna do when I get paid. I'm gonna buy like myself a pipe. I'm gonna buy some tobacco from like Virginia, Louisiana, and I'm just gonna smoke that for 20 minutes every night. We're Southern gentlemen, like.
Let's try again. Nah, a prohibition on like alcohol would never work. City Skylines. That one's a vibe. That one's pretty good.
City Skylines.
I think they're coming out with the City Skylines too now.
And I think Paradox, they're doing the same thing they did with EA with the Sims. They're making their own Sims. So, yeah, I do play City Skylines. It's fun. Because, like, it's not like Sim City where freaking the idiots just like, oh, there's a meteoroid strike incoming. It's like, bro, what? And it's like you have like a 2x2 area, the build. It's like, bro, what is this?
I have City Skylines, but I've yet to actually learn it.
Raptor, taste in games suck, not gonna lie. Well, look, I'm more conventional.
Wow.
I like Starfield, I like freaking Fallout 4, I like God of War. Those are my games. I've never played Mass Effect. Never got into it. They should add politics to City Skyline. No! No!
I want an electoral, be able to like make an electoral map of just
Yeah, you just have like
any. That should be kind of cool. Not gonna lie.
well,
Pretty sick map of my city, Skyline City.
yeah.
oh yeah, it's just like a gerrymandered map of like it's worse than the Maryland map.
Gerrymander your own.
This is a completely out of left field thing, but I
Yeah,
really
What if you lost your election? You just have to spend 4 years in game watching the AI build the city.
this is completely out of left field, but I wish Culver's and Whataburger just like okay, so you guys know how like how In-N-Out has like just pickled peppers, like you can get them.
Yeah.
I wish Whataburger and Culver's did that because I love eating at both of those.
I love
Austin has a
Culver's.
Culver's. Yeah, Culver's is great.
It's amazing.
Austin has a Culver's, and I go to it whenever I'm in town. But I wish they offered pickled peppers because pickled peppers are goated. I'd love to put a couple to 3 of them onto my burger. It just makes it taste way better.
Let's see here. You probably haven't ever played Halo. No, I haven't. No.
Okay,
I'm-
get Master Chief Collection. I'll like
I will.
first
No,
thing.
no, no. No, I'm
No,
looking into it.
first thing you and I are doing, we're diving straight into the Halo 2 campaign on the most difficult.
It's one of those things where it's like I never really got into. I'm into Call of Duty and stuff, but yeah.
Halo is great. I never played Halo growing up. I was a Nintendo. My house was a Nintendo house growing up. I got Master Chief Collection like 2 years ago.
I'm a
I fell in
PlayStation
love with
shill.
I fell in love with Halo after doing a back-to-back run of 1 through 3 and then ODST. By the way, ODST is the most comfy game in the Halo
Let's see
franchise.
here. Polite rude guy for 2. I banned weed in my city, Skyline City.
Based.
What kind of effing creature are you, Bigfoot? No, I just like with the I'm PlayStation Nintendo. I've always been that. I never really got an Xbox, but I'm thinking of getting one eventually. It's just like one of those things where it's like it depends who you grow up with. If your parents give you a PlayStation, well, you're gonna be a PlayStation guy. And that's kind of how it went for me.
I got my first console was the PS2, but I actually ended up being a Nintendo guy overall.
The PS2
Yeah,
is
my
a
first-
vibe.
Yeah,
my
it
first
is.
console
Real
was
shit.
my first console was a Wii.
Not this crap of 500 gigabytes for frickin' single game. It's like no, 2 megabytes. That's it. It's like it's freaking awesome.
Someone said you should play Chris Christie Simulator.
I swear, when I was a kid, the startup for the PS2s, I feared it.
You feared it?
It was scary to me when I was a kid, and I had a friend that I knew that also thought that as well. So we were terrified of the PS2 start screen.
Bruh. Let's see here. Rap, I'm about to have a stroke. For the love of God almighty, play Halo. I'm just gonna keep saying no just to piss certain people off. I want to get... It's like I was always been PlayStation, but who knows?
Oh, you're PlayStation? Okay, we can't be friends. Goodbye.
Bro, he just left. He
Just done.
No, I've always played PlayStation. I'm looking at Xboxes. I don't freaking know. So we'll just see.
You can play
I
literally
got a
every
360 when I
Xbox.
was young.
I know you can.
You can play literally every Xbox game on your computer. That's
know.
the thing.
I'm considering it. We just gotta see it. And if you guys want me to get it, just support the channel and like the button. I'm joking. But if you do like these,
Make sure
streams
to
and stuff,
support the channel, everyone.
support the channel.
Make sure.
Support the channel, damn it.
I agree.
Are you at least gonna play? Yeah, I play the Spider-Man games. They're good. Polite rude guy for 5. What about Roller Coaster Tycoon 1, 2, and 3 in Town of Salem? I played Roller Coaster Tycoon once. Never. I don't think I ever played Town of Salem. That's like a witch hunt game, right?
I played it once.
Town of Salem.
Yeah, I played it once. It's not that. I don't know. I didn't really like it. It was kind of boring.
Let's see.
It can be pretty funny.
Spooderman. Man, Spooderman is like good on the PlayStation. Rap, would you rather play
I
Halo?
still need to get that.
Would you rather play Halo or watch Christie Town Halls? I obviously try out Halo because I would rather freaking not lose brain cells.
I have yet to watch a Christie Town Hall.
I've lost all my brain cells watching.
How many
them.
has there been? Like 2, 3?
I grew up on PlayStation 3. I remember somehow downloading Free Roam on it. Soundtrack slaps. Yeah, it's PS. My favorite's PS3. But Yeah, I like it. I do want to try other consoles though. I've always wanted to.
Console gaming sucks. PC superiority,
Well,
PC
no.
master race.
Well, it depends like what. So
I'm an enjoyer of both.
cringe.
I can't play StarCraft 2 on a console.
Well, look, I'm gonna try to like get Starfield to work on this PC on my computer. It's probably not going to work. It's probably freaking 300 gigabytes. But let's see, Rap, you should do a 24-hour stream of watching past Christie events for charity. I may do that. I do want to do a charity stream eventually, but
Dude, we should do a 24-hour charity stream. I'm completely fine with
we
staying up.
should eventually.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'd be able to stay awake for 24 hours, but I would stay in.
Screw men here.
I'm completely ready to do a 24-hour stream.
You
remember the last time? Remember the last time I stayed awake a long time for a stream?
I'd straight up just stream StarCraft 2. Like I'd stream StarCraft 2 for 8 hours.
What is your opinion on John Fetterman? Cringe. That's all I gotta say.
By the way, even John Fetterman knows that Trump is more electable than Rob.
Yeah, I saw that. It's like, oh yeah, John Fetterman of the state of Pennsylvania says Donald Trump is more electable.
He knows what he's talking about. He won the state by 5 after all.
I don't think he knows where he is, but yeah.
Joe Biden didn't remember asking.
I don't John Fetterman doesn't think. He just goes by instinct.
He don't think, do.
He do.
That's his philosophy.
And he did. And he did by 5 points. John Fetterman is truly an inspiration.
Polite rude guy for 5. You have to what? You have to put 6 feet under and marry? What? MTG, AOC, and Arizona Senator female? What?
Oh, I think he's saying the marry kill thing.
The what?
Oh.
What? The what now? I don't want to know.
It's like a thing where you have to like. I don't even know. Like, I don't know what words I can and cannot say on here. So.
I'm just gonna say neither, because it's like nobody's business but my personal stuff. So, just honestly, like I don't. You notice I never talk about that type of stuff. I just don't. It's one of those things where it's like I don't know. I still don't. I don't get the question, but
I don't think there's much for us to talk about.
Yeah, I think we've reached the point of like we talked about aliens, we talked about freaking not our aliens, different aliens. We talked about Bigfoot, we talked about Mormons and Freddy Fazbear's. We talked about everything. So if you got any more,
I love FNAF.
Any more super chats, any more questions, any more comments, concerns, send them now or forever go in peace. Definitely a fun stream.
China has officially shut down last LGBTQ center in Beijing.
Let's see here.
Russia and China's been cracking down on those.
Will you ever play scary games besides FNAF? I never got into scary horror games. I always thought it's like, no. I'm gonna die if I play one of those. Oh gosh, we need a FNAF campaign trail. That's gonna happen now because of me, isn't it? Somebody's gonna make it.
Someone out there make it.
Oh, update. President Trump has been charged with 3 more counts in classified documents.
Whoa. Hold on. What? Send it.
Calvin Coolidge project. He's poor at naming sources, but he don't miss.
He's usually right. Okay, we got breaking news. Ben Cynics for 2. Trump has been charged as per Calvin Coolidge. Yep, I just saw it. Breaking news. We need like some kind of like.
Yep, Trump has been charged with 3 more counts in Mar-a-Lago classified documents case.
We need some kind of like
trying to delete. Surveillance
the Democrats have just gone rogue.
They're trying to take him out. This is not about freaking DeSantis anymore.
I'm getting
sick of it. I'm getting sick of hearing about DeSantis is secretly, trying to take out DeSantis. There we go. Big news. Huge. What am I supposed to say? 3 more accounts for what?
Who even knows anymore?
For what? It never ends. It never freaking ends with these people when it comes to, oh my gosh, we're gonna indict Trump for scratching his ass at 6 a.m.
I do think these are helping Trump more than hurting.
It's to be determined.
Yeah, that's just what I think.
Trump is innocent. Yeah, this is ridiculous. There's no other words to say other than bullshit.
Oh wait, what's trending on Twitter today? He's naked. He's Jewish.
What the
Super mega Paul Washer. John Jungkook. Randy Meisner. Trump employee for rent due. Okay, trending. Nicholas Randy Meisner. Jungkook Mar-a-Lago. Skyline sweepstakes. Joe Burrow.
Yeah, Joe Burrow, I think's hurt.
Spence. Oh, that's unfortunate. Dakota Hudson. Bedminster.
Why does this always happen to end rap streams? Yes, every time we're about to end, bam, Trump gets indicted. Bam, something else happens. Scratching his ass at 6 a.m. Well, that's what it is at this point. If it's not, it's a meme at this point. So, yeah. Alright, if you guys did enjoy this stream, smash the like button down below.
Please subscribe. I'm starving. Rap hasn't given me my dividends yet.
Subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below. Any final words for anybody?
I'm fucking tired. I'm probably gonna go to bed early after this. Thanks for coming, guys.
Yeah.
We do appreciate you guys coming out as per usual, even with like these sort of off.
I don't know
like,
what just happened.
Yeah, kind of off the cuff, like just.
We went from freaking Trump to freaking Wendigos and skinwalkers and stuff to whatever the past hour was. Polite rude guy for 5. What would you do if you woke up and only had 1 subscriber? I just begin grinding out videos. Simple as that. Or I just go to Twitter. Tweeter.
Okay, everyone, make sure to come back for Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
No, we're not promising
Next time.
The Bite of 87.
Is that the Bite of 87? I hate that meme. But yeah, we will.
Hey, Rap.
What? Bruh. Let's see here. I don't know what campaign trail. That's gonna be tomorrow.
Maybe the 4-way 2016 mod.
I should. That would be fun. But yeah. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next stream, video, or whatever you see me in. Godspeed.